Yay, I made it. Here I am at my childhood park. I ran away to this park once when I was like 5. I packed up all my stuff. Well, I packed up my umbrella and my Sunday school church, and I was all, "Jack you later." And I left my house all confident, walked to the park, got on the swing, and my mom and my stepdad the whole time were like following me, like, what is she doing? Because I was like 5. I feel safe. I feel safe in this community. Long Beach, California. It's where my family is. I ate In-N-Out the first day I was back in Cali. I ate In-N-Out the second day I was back in Cali. Today I'm eating ponchos, if anybody knows ponchos. So much stuff is here. People are so nice, like happy. People are walking their dogs in the neighborhood, stopping, saying hi. Oh, there's somebody texting. Yeah, so it's just so good to be back home. Hawaii is a third world country, unless you're on vacation. Well, no, Hawaii is a fucking third world country. I'm so glad to be back in America. I'm at El Dorado Park right now, if anybody knows. So super happy. Dreams are coming true. I saw my neighbors. My grandma's lived across the street from the same people for like 70 years, and they're all still alive and kicking. So it's awesome for me to see them, and and be able to take care of them, and because I have a background in senior care hospice, so to see the people that took care of me as a child, now I can turn around and take care of them. That is a dream come true to me. So happy about that. Don't know when I'm gonna be leaving Long Beach right now. Still wanting to go check out. I really want to go check out my family where they grew up, like in Wyoming and Cheyenne and North Dakota. So I'm really looking forward to those destinations and going on a road trip and seeing what's happening in America. Just excited to be here. I'm excited. We watched an amazing Native American program last night. And, with all this Black Lives Matter bullshit, they're just playing you. They're just playing emotions because they're all like, Black Lives Matter, Asians Lives Matter. It's called drama. It's called instigation. It's called manipulation, because what's real is there was 100 million Native Americans on this continent for 19,000 years until the Spanish came and basically tried to wipe them out. They took 98% of their land. They killed 90% of the people, not just in battle, but also in disease. And no one ever even talks about the Native Americans. Okay. I've never even tried to talk about the abuse of women because it triggers everybody. Like we have to be more upset about the Asians and the Black people that were treated badly when they came to America. But let's talk about how forever women have always been abused, never always been second class. And then Native Americans, we completely took over their continent and killed them. It's just, that's the kind of stuff that is real. That's the real shit. I grew up in a diverse neighborhood. I don't even see people as black, white, red, green. I don't care what color your skin is. I care what your behavior is. So stop being played. We're spiritual beings having a human experience. I'm so excited to take down our fucking corrupt governments. They're crazy. I saw a video of Justin Trudeau saying, "Oh God, I really like China. I just love the way they just, force everything onto their people. It's just great." Obviously, I'm paraphrasing, but yeah. Okay, well, anyways, gotta go get my dog. See ya. Baby, so happy. Baby, so good. I just wanted to do a little clarification on the whole Hawaii. And just, it reminds me, because Hawaii, the energy is very dominating. Like they want to dominate. There's a lot of domination. And in the mainland America, I feel like there's less of that. There's more community. But that's really how I judge people. Do you try to dominate others? That to me, that's the kind of people we need to take down. I don't care what color you are. I don't care anything about your superficial stuff. If you try to dominate and control people or destroy people, you're going down. Happy for our future, guys. Another thing is that I was doing some research. I have so much research to share with you. But in terms of like astrological shifting and how the human race, humanity has been evolving over their thousands and millions of years, astrologically, we're actually on an upswing. We've actually been on a down spiral for a long time, and we're actually going up now. So the future, we're breaking through all of this, and I've said it before, we're not going to have, peasant ruler mentality anymore. So all those places where people try to be badass and act like this is our town, this is where we are, you don't belong here, all that kind of divisive stuff, out the door. It's not the future. We have such a good future here, guys, so don't give up. Know where we're going, know where we've been, know who the enemies are, and it's not skin deep. It's profound, and I hope everyone gets it. I think we are. I've talked to people, and that's basically the people that are evolving, that's what we're saying, is that everyone's kind of waking up right now to all the bullshit. So it's cool and it's good that we're being pressed to this point, because it's waking people up. Most people are comfortable, and then as soon as you're not comfortable, you start to find the problems, and that's what we're doing. So cool. All right, guys, we're gonna have fun. I'll be checking in later. Aloha. Oh yeah, by the way, total shout out to Hawaiian Airlines. Even FSA, whatever, even the federal, every single person, I did not wear a mask. I have a medical exemption. I actually burnt my lungs. I have scarring all over my lungs from 5G, or not 5G, but from having wireless internet connected to my house with the booster, and I didn't understand the dangers of radiation poisoning. So I actually have scarring all over my diaphragm. It's a horrible situation, actually. I went from being able to dive and hold my breath for over a minute to not even being able to hold my breath for 5 seconds underwater, all within like a 6-month period. So I actually do have a medical exemption. I cannot wear a mask, and I was actually able to successfully fly on Hawaiian Airlines. They were respectful. So it's not all Hawaii. There are people there that will stand with our thinking. We don't want to be controlled. We don't want to be ruled. We want to be natural. We want to be in harmony with nature. And actually, I think that's why Spirit brought me there, is because that is them too. So it's like the Native Americans, the Islanders, the Indians of India, we're all in tune with nature, and there's so much of us. So let's stick with that. Let's stick with that thinking. Let's all unite. Let's get rid of the technology. Some technology is good, obviously. I like my phone, but we know when it goes too far. So just want to give a shout out to all the people that have been so cool, so nice, so understanding, so real. I love people. I love people. Exciting. I love to wear clothes again. I'm so happy to be wearing clothes again. Woo! I love America. Thank you to everyone that helped me move. Dude, I'm so glad to be away from Hawaii. It's such a place to visit. So fucking corrupt. I love America. Love Americans. I love the Native Americans. I love nature. I love clothes. I love my family. One thing I just have to add in is how, I don't know if you guys have ever thought about, like with the Black Lives Matter, the Asian Lives Matter, it's like, it's almost insulting, like, duh, no fucking shit. But here's the real situation, as everyone's learning who's pressing that narrative. White fucking people that actually don't give a shit about black people or Asian or anyone. All they give a shit about is power and control. But one thing I always think about, I think it's like, hey, you guys, we're in America. This is a continent that's supposed to be to the natives, and then the Europeans stole it. First Spain came after it, and then the rest of Europe came after it. But hello, there are Asian countries, and there is no Asian hate it's like there's a whole continent. There's China, there's Japan, there's all, there's the Philippines. There's so many people. No, I don't need to be corrected. It's because I don't judge people on any of it. But I just wonder if everybody realizes, like, America is not the whole world, you guys. There's a whole entire fucking continent called Africa, and it's full of black people. Why don't we think about them? You know, instead of worrying about how, you know, we took slaves from them. Well, we've been enslaving people. They've been enslaving people the whole time. So it's like a narrative that's like so narrow. There's Africa. There's all China. There are places where Asians are boss, right? Just because they're not boss in America doesn't really make sense. What makes sense is a Native American should be boss in America. And fuck all the little countries that came after and tried to conquer everyone. You know, first it was colonialism, now it's globalism. So think hard, guys. Fucking put these power people in their place. One other thing that they said on the Native American show that I thought was super cool. It was an hour program. It was done in 2018. I think we saw it on like public access television. Come on, babe. Hey, get away from the trash, stinker. Get over here. Come on. That democracy was actually created by the Native Americans. That when the Europeans came over, they were still dealing with dictatorships. They were still dealing with kings and queens. And it was actually the Native Americans that started and gave them the influence of the community that America is today. So that's why I say, like, I love America, not because of a color, but because of the idea. And that's what people are drawn here for, and that's what we're going to stand up for, because when I mention China, when I mention Africa, we already know that those people aren't free. You know, those countries are fucking corrupt as fuck. They kill their people. They're trying to do it in America now too. So America is like the last stand. So that's what we all need to stand together for. Because this is like the last continent. And there's Mexico. Mexico is still pretty free, but yeah, the Americas are the continent of freedom. And we have to keep it for the whole world, for all of our spirits.